Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ohio State Postgame Show here at the Ohio State, the Voice of College Football. I'm your co-host, Garrison, here, my guy, Mike. Hey, everybody, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to become a member, hit that join button. And you can see our 3 tiers there at the bottom of the Block Oak Club. JT wasn't short because we all know that he wasn't. We don't give a damn, and you know the rest. Final score in Champaign, Illinois, Ohio State 34, the Illini of Illinois 16. Mike, what are your first impressions of the game? I'm sorry, everybody. Real quick, Mike. I'm sorry about we both have things to do today, so it's gonna be a shorter show, just so everybody knows. We're gonna run through this quick. But yeah, Mike, what you were saying?
No, I mean my initial thoughts of it was we went out there with the Washington game plan, man. I wasn't expecting us to go out there and be conservative, but also, I know some people are going to say, "Oh, we was doing gimmicks or any of that stuff," but I mean, you just got to go ahead and watch the film when you see exactly the defense that they were playing. They weren't trying to give up anything deep, so just is what it is, man. But shout out to the defense, man. Defense is still doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, in terms for the offense, man, like they were showing it. You could see it on the film, even when they were on the screen, man. They were playing deep, and it's another week of it happening. And I think Ryan Day knows, and we talked about this at halftime. There was a certain Buckeye, who was crashing out in space, and then he crashed out after the fact because he was really upset about some things. And
you said a Buckeye,
a King Buckeye. And I thought, man, like, listen, I think Ryan Day knows and Brian Hartline knows they have plays in the playbook to beat that type of coverage, beat man, and all that stuff. Ryan Day right now knows that no one's going to score on his defense. So I think right now, what he's doing as the overall head coach and the CEO, he's sitting there saying, listen, we're going to run that ball until we get it right. If we need to pass and get those touchdowns, we can do that. But right now, the run game has to get going. And I honestly, when we talk about the run game, I don't think it's the O-line. I think the O-line is doing fine. Earlier some people were mad about that one play where JJ got kind of hurt because
I was mad about it.
I was mad about it, man. But I'll put it this way: I was upset. Like, I was annoyed by it, because I thought that was going to be a 20-yard play, but from the looks of it. But I'm not going to sit there and cry about Austin Sarabell after what he's done this season so far. Now, you can't do that. In bigger games, you cannot do that. It was Sarabell and was it Kazmeric?
No, it was Sarabell and Claire. But okay, I don't know, I got to watch the all 22. But it looks like Sarabell is looking inside to seal, and the guy came from outside. That's Claire's guy.
Yes, and he's one of the.
I mean, I know, like I said, I gotta watch film to confirm this.
I think you're right,
but to me, it feels like it was Claire's guy. I'm not blaming Sarabell. His eyes the entire time were inside. I don't know where the hell Claire was doing it. One thing that we have called out issues early on in the season was about Claire blocking, right? And it looked like, in the last game it was getting better, but I mean, he has to be unselfish. You can't take plays off here at Ohio State. You have to execute at the highest of levels, and I don't think that he's doing that just yet.
Yeah, and this wasn't our docket, but I think it's clear that Claire's a 2-year guy at Ohio State. He's going to be here next year. And they talked about, I mean, Dave was very transparent about this. He said that when Max Claire got to Ohio State, everyone in the tight end room was a better blocker than him and more physical than him. That's the fact. And can I understand that? Yeah, because at Purdue, they didn't use him to block. That was their wide receiver one. That's just the truth of the matter. I mean, outside of that, though, he had a good game. I thought the O-line played well, but yeah, I want to talk about that run game. And you brought this up last week. You talked about it in the space at halftime. they need to dig deep in that running back depth chart. And Mike, I'm to the point now because last week you said Isaiah West. I agree with you. You might have to think about not just him. I wouldn't be mad if you would put give Turbo Rogers a couple snaps. James
Yeah.
Peoples.
There's no way that James Peoples can feel comfortable about his job. If we are Ohio State and we are supposed to operate the way that we are supposed to operate or whatever, and Coach Locke is going to hold his word, nobody's job is safe. So everybody's job up. And to be honest, I think that we're starting to see it. You saw Isaiah West get more carries. Now, I hate that it was a little bit later in the game and things like that. But I mean, I think that the coaching staff is realizing it. Like Peoples, we saw Peoples last week. He got going at the end of the game. And what did I say that I wanted to see this week was for him to do that early. Yeah. And I'll say this. One thing that I can give Peoples credit for, he was making guys miss in the backfield. I can give him credit for that because that's been my biggest gripe is as a running back.
He didn't play bad.
Yeah, you're supposed to make you got to make a guy miss. That's your job. He had to make multiple guys miss multiple times in the backfield. I don't know. Something was funky and going on with the team, man. I know that Ryan Day is going to have them hella focused this week.
I think a lot of it might sometimes has to do with the fact that. And that's one of the reasons why, I had Illinois getting 13 points this week. And I said, eventually, trends buck.
Yeah.
And, they had an explosive offense. They're one of the better offenses in the Big Ten with a veteran quarterback. But when I look at the run game right now, man, and again, like you said, Jay, he made people miss. I thought he ran hard. I'll give him that. I think he ran hard. But one thing that upsets me, and I'll pull this up right here. We finished with 106 rushing yards, Mike. We had 59 in the first quarter. that math isn't mathing to me. And when they came out in the first half, Mike, I was like, damn, look at Donaldson. Look at people. Man, they're running hard out there. All three of them were.
Yeah.
And then
Bo's the only one who's averaging 4 yards a carry, as you can see. He's the only one who's averaging at least 4 yards to carry, and that's just about or more, and that's every game. I mean, the fact that James Peoples only 1.4, the Isaiah West, I felt like there was just never a hole. They were always in the backfield against him. But I mean, we got to do better. We got to shore that up. And I don't know. I mean, here's my thing, and I gotta again watch all 22. But one thing that I have seen from week to week is Ohio State's been running the same plays. And that's just been my gripe about this is, with this conservative play calling. And, I mean, when you have a great defense, an elite defense like this, you can do that. And maybe Ryan Day is to the point where, hey, I don't mind if I win ugly. I don't care. And he's going to save whatever he has. And I think it's coming down the pipe. So enjoy this week of conservative. Enjoy next week of conservative.
Yes.
But I think the Penn State game, and honestly, Terry, my guy Terry, he said, I think that as long as a team is not scoring touchdowns, Ryan Day is not going to open up until the playoffs.
Terry's right. And I honestly, I'm sure you did too, and other people did, like Terry. I noticed that after week 3, and I really noticed it, I said, I'm okay with it. I'll live with it. Because I think that Ryan Day is comfortable winning this way when he knows he doesn't have to. I mean, those first few years, Mike, it's not that Ryan Day had to in some allows again, especially in 2019. Mm-hmm. But Ryan Day would open his offense very early in the season. He just didn't care. Yeah. And now, I mean, you watch a game like this, and mind you, we did have 3 short fields. As much as I could, just cry about the red zone offense, I will give the offense this credit here. Your defense forces 3 turnovers, and then you turn that into 21 points, and that's what you're supposed to do. I thought they did a good job of doing that.
Agreed.
Any thoughts on why? I'll ask it this way: what do you think the reason is Coach Locke is so fixated on rotating those running backs the way he is?
They need it. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
CJ
CJ Donaldson does not run like a running back, and he needs as many reps as you can. And I'll say this, he did start to look like he was getting a little shifty later in the game and stuff like that. But again, I feel like he just doesn't have the contact balance of running behind his pads. Another thing, like Bo Jackson, he needs those reps. But like I told you, my biggest issue is worrying about him getting hurt and dinged up. I feel like James Peoples needs the reps, but
it's too late in the season for that.
It's yeah, and I mean, it's like you either got it or you don't at this point. And so now it's like, yeah, I want to see West, Turbo, Sam Williams Dixon. Like, I want to see some other guys because my thing is there's no way that you could tell me that James Peoples' job is safe. And then somebody was saying that they think that it's a tell. Every time Peoples is in, the only thing that we're really asking them to do is run, like not pass block, not do anything. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look at those snaps, but it's very telling.
Do you think Coach Locke should just focus in on getting CJ Donaldson and Bo the reps?
No, you're gonna need 3, man, because my thing is if it's just Bo and CJ and one of those go down and then it's another guy, now you gotta end up getting him reps, getting him chemistry. And the thing is you know, Quinshon Judkins, I felt was like a really good red zone back. And Cam was talking about this in the halftime space, just the way that he was able to set up blocks. And you're not seeing that. It's like our guys are getting the ball, and it's like panic. Where do I go? Where do I go? And like the only it's like the only one who it seems like the game is like slowing down for them is Bo Jackson. Like the same way when CJ Donaldson, when he's running the ball and he lowers his pads, it should have been a touchdown. Your head went right to the turf.
Yeah.
And there was no reason for it because really, if you had contact balance, if you were running like a running back, you should have been in the touchdown automatically. There are certain things that just don't make sense to me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's but overall, man, like the yard, like if you look at the yards, it's not going to be what most people like what you would think it's because again, Ohio State played with a lot of short fields in this game, and a lot of that is thanks to the defense. We're going to talk about here in a second, but before we do, everybody, quick message here from the voice of college football.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the voice of college football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the voice of college football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.
And also, everybody, real quick. Here, another message. Get your business, product, service, or personal brand to the next level by partnering with the Voice of College Football. See what our partner with AC has to say about his sponsorship experience with us. Let's discuss how we also can help you reach your target market. Contact us at sponsorships@bocfb.com. Again, that's sponsorships@bocfb.com today. Mike, I was going to tell you something before we started. And I thought Brett Bielema, because I thought this would have been a very big, this would have been a Brett Bielema thing. I thought he was going to kick that field goal at the end of the game and cover that spread. I really thought he was going to do it.
I was just so annoyed. I was just getting so annoyed by the game. It's like, because obviously the players take on the identity of the head coach. And you see our guys, like you see JJ fighting for the ball, fighting to, get the ball and everything like that. Guys just always fighting to get the ball, right? And it's like their guys, every time it's an incomplete pass, they're always looking for the ref. Did you throw a flag? Did you throw a flag? And Brett Bielema, did you throw a flag? Did you throw a flag? Like they were counting on the refs to help them win the game. It's like somebody had told them, hey, man, we got you. The ref's going to be on your side in this game. And it's just, I don't know. It was just weak. It was pathetic. And it just didn't seem like Midwest football when you got a head coach and a team crying. And every time we looking at the camera, because I'm watching on TV, you just see the players looking at the ref.
Yeah, bro.
It was sad. It honestly was sad.
And like for me personally, because like playing that position at corner, I'm like, man, listen. Y'all be tucking on jerseys of wide receivers. We sitting there tucking on your jerseys. Like the referees, the officials know that. So everybody was talking about, Edwin Olsen. No. He's sticky in coverage. And if you can't get open, that's a personal problem. It's on you as a wide receiver to make that separation. And if you can't get it, it's that like I thought that one on Jermaine was a terrible call. I thought it was a terrible call in the end zone. But no, I thought they played well. And shout out to Devin. To be honest with you, Devin's pass interference was a great pass interference because that was a possible touchdown. But but the defense, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this: the first touchdown Illinois scored or whatever, ups. We have now allowed our red zone touchdown. But the one that Illinois went ahead and scored on, it was honestly just a great play call. You went ahead and you got to put a player in conflict, and the guy who's supposed to be setting the edge, you put in conflict with basically two guys, and the guy that he has is the guy that he has is basically playing like the quarterback role and pitches.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was definitely a good play call. And then the next time they scored in our red zone, it was against Aaron Scott. I see everybody in the chat talking about it and said it should have been an offensive PI. I mean, hey, they had to give him something, man. It just that's why I say it just didn't feel. It looked like, okay, let me give you something. It just seemed like the refs were catering to Illinois because they were crying so much. So I'm just glad that the game is over. Glad we got our dub and we can move on to Wisconsin because I know that they're not going to cry.
Yeah, man. It was annoying. It was. I thought there was a large section of this game that was not enjoyable to watch. But I mean, overall, man. Start with the D line. I thought they played good. There was a lack of a pass rush today, and I'm not sure if it was. I mean, these are college kids, so I'm not sure if it was just a down day. I didn't think that Jim Knowles, but Jim Knowles. I didn't think that Matt Patricia ran a lot of stunts today. I thought he ran them when he wanted, when he actually needed to. At the end of the game, there, he said, you send Arvell, Caden Curry stunts off. I mean, I really have no complaints about the defense. I thought Sonny and Arvell played great, but in the secondary, specifically at corner. Mike, this is the lineup. This is the one. Yeah. Igben Olsen, Sanchez, and shout out to Devin, man. First play of the game, they challenged. They went right at him. First play of the game, breaks it up. And then what Jermaine did in the middle of the field. And mind you, who was that before this? We were in Grim Space. And I think it was Sport. Yes, it was. And he said, man, I don't know, it's his first time playing nickel. You think you want him at nickel? And we all said, yeah. Like, you don't attack Jermaine like that. It's not a thing you do. He's just a playmaker, bro. He's a playmaker.
Yeah. Also, I mean, yeah, I like the lineup as well. And you just saw it's like, okay, they tried to pick on on Jermaine Matthews early, and boot, what happens to you? Intercept, a tip drill is what everybody started calling in the back end. So, I mean, I like it, and I'm also glad that Devin Sanchez got more reps. He also looks like he doesn't mind getting physical and coming up and making hits as well. So I like seeing that out of him, and he's just going to get better and better the more reps that he get. And you heard them talking on the broadcast about it, right? About the reason why he came to Ohio State. I came to Ohio State because I wanted to go up against the JJs of the world. I wanted to go up against the Cardinal Tates of the world. I wanted to go up against all the top wide receivers because that's what I'm going to be facing every time if I make it to the NFL. So, and I mean, I say if, but that boy going to the NFL. So.
that boy going to the NFL. Oh, and then also, because this seems to be our thing, Mike, here. I just to let everybody know, Jermaine Matthews is gone after this season. Like, I want you all to know that.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, so enjoy what you're watching right now, because that boy is out of here. But
to follow that up, man, we got to get our backup corners together, man. Aaron Scott got it. He looks good coming up. He made a nice hit as well.
That boy he likes to hit. We know that much.
And then it looked like they tried to pick on Bryce West. And Bryce West was in coverage. It was an incomplete ball. But, I mean, I just like what I'm seeing out of our young guys. And I just want to see them continue to get more and more reps. And I just thought that it was amazing because I'm sitting there and I'm like, is Aaron Scott in the game? And I'm like, we putting backups in already? It was like the third quarter or something like that? I'm like, we putting backups in already? So you could just tell, that this is the way that Ryan Day wanted the game to go. I thought that we should at least put up 40, but I'll just say that it was more execution on the offensive side. But the defense, they legit.
So with that comment I saw James Taylor got exposed. I do think that there were some tendencies from our corners to not look back at the ball, specifically they've been no-sin on a couple plays. I don't think our corners play bad. I don't. You went up against one of the best passing teams in the country. You shut them down. Mind you, and you also got to think about this. We two things. We can't do both of these things. We can't complain about our pass rush not being there today and then say our corners got exposed. Because if you don't got pass rush, that means something's going to happen, and that's your corners can get exposed.
Especially when you're playing zone.
Yeah, exactly. And that didn't happen to our corner. Like, it ain't like they went out. Let me see. How many pass yards did they throw for today?
They got 248 passing yards.
And I gotta imagine
one touchdown, one interception. I mean,
it's at 5.6 per. The line for a good game is 7.2.
Yeah, I mean, they threw the ball. They threw the ball like behind the line of scrimmage a lot. So I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a good completion. And it was just the way, we were calling things. I felt like we were in base a lot, and then we only dialed up things at certain moments, right? But I do want to give out some shout outs, man. K-Mac, bro, dude is just continuing to be a baller out there, man. That strip sack that he had was just gruesome to watch.
Bro, I would never want that boy following me like that.
Yeah, bro. I'm just like, I'd have released that ball too. You can have it, big man. Just get off of me. Big man, get off of me.
You gotta make a business decision right there, but you wanna be tough and not fumble that ball, or do you just want to let it go and live to see another day because that didn't look nice. That did not look nice. Man.
I just love seeing K-Mac out there, man. And then it's just Arvell, like, man, get me off the Mr. Get me off the field is what I'm about to start calling Arvell, bro, because you see him just dial up and go get Luke Altmaier. And that's the thing that I want people to understand. If we wanted to send more pressure at Luke Altmaier, I believe that we could have. Yeah. But guess what? Matt P, just like Ryan Day, is like, we're going to win this game, and I ain't got to do – I don't have to do much, because one thing that you saw is when Arvell Reese was coming down them pipes and Caden Curry was coming down them pipes, he got scared, bro. He was completely rattled. And we could have continued to do that, but we just didn't. There's a reason for this madness, bro. So I think we're going to find out against Penn State.
We're going to kill them. So, Mike, give me your players of the game on offense and defense.
Man, my player of the game on defense is definitely going to go to Arvell Reese, man. The guy just continues to make plays. He had 8 solo tackles and 1.5 sacks. And like I said, it's just when he's barreling down and that pressure just scares the quarterback. That's what I saw from that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I don't know who I want to go with. I mean, let's just go with JJ, man. Dude was talking crap to JJ, and they both got the flags. And then JJ went ahead and said game, set, match, and cooked that boy off the line, something nasty for the go-ahead touchdown. So shout out JJ, man. So JJ is bully, bro. Yeah, also like that block that we talked about, Claire probably being the person that missed. You know, JJ's back was hurt. You saw him grimacing and how hurt he was and screaming on the sideline. And just to come back out there, do what he did, and just still be a baller, still show the aggressiveness, still have that fight in him, that dog in him. You just love to see it. Yeah, that's my MVP. What about you?
I'm all right. So I was gonna say Arvell. I'm gonna be different on this. I'm gonna go with Jason Moore, and I'll tell you why. There were 2 consecutive plays where he made the play on 3rd and 2, and then on 4th and 1, where he made both stops. But then on the 4th and 1, Caleb Downs put the running back forward, and I was proud of it. It's a sentimental MVP I'm giving him, because I've been wanting to see him like flourish. I've called him big for nothing before, and you know Edric wasn't in there. He wasn't playing today. And one of my biggest things for this game, Mike, before it was played, was okay. Well, Will Smith, Will Smith has played good. Malone is playing like a dog. I need one more guy to show up. And Jason Moore did today, and he played more snaps than I think he's done in other games. So I'm proud of him in there. Offensively, and by the way, we didn't talk about it, but shout out to Peyton Pierce. Shout out to man. What a play by him. Also made by Jermaine. But
Tywon Malone, our guy Tywon Malone that we talked about last week, just continues to get better and better with that touchdown saving tackle, man. I just thought, bro, right on the goal line. I just thought that's amazing. And I mean, also he was making plays before that play as well. So it's just as you continue, you know, everybody was concerned about this defensive tackle depth and all of that, but just as they continue to get the reps and the reps and the reps, they keep making plays.
By the way, Indiana just scored.
Something. Yeah,
you saw it. Yeah, we hate watching, baby. All right. And shout out to my guys. He's told me that Ole Miss was better than Indiana. My ass.
Ole Miss. Hold on. Did they end up losing that game, or did they pull it out at the end? Because Washington. I mean, when it was
Washington, I have no idea.
It was like what 17-16 when I was.
They were winning. Washington State was winning the game. Let me see.
So the game ended 21-24. Like I said,
Ole Miss one? Oh my God.
Bro.
Yeah, they're
Ole Miss trash, bro.
They're better than
The SEC. That ain't even a P4 school. Everybody goes and get that. Bro, that's a feeder program. Washington State is a feeder program.
Bro,
Hold on, because damn, Garrison, I'm about to do something that I don't even like to do. Washington had a better game against Washington State than Ole Miss.
That is fact. That is fact. Mike, I'm happy you said it because I was about to say it, but you can say it.
Mr. Lane Kiffin, you need to worry about that SEC down there that you playing in, boy, because it seems like when y'all play them boys up north, he look a little different.
It looks still different, man. And then offensively, I'm gonna give it to JJ, man. That dude has a heart of a lion. Heart of a lion, bro. Because when I saw that, I said, man, I've seen something like that before. I said, I know his back is hurting right now. I said that there's no, like you said, Mike, they worked out on the back end, man. You could see him screaming, got his head down. I've never seen JJ like that. I've never seen him like that. And you know what, Mike? I think a lot of people got mad about that blocking play because it put JJ in a bad situation, which I understand.
My thing is that just like I don't know. It's people got different mentalities. But isn't Claire from Ohio?
Yes.
He's from Ohio. It blows my mind, bro, because it's just I don't know. I always like to hit somebody anyways. It didn't matter what side of the field I was on. But it's like our best player has the ball in his hands. If I lay somebody out, this dude might do something extraordinary, right? That's the mindset that you got to go into it on those plays as a tight end. Your job is to lay somebody out.
Man, you possibly get a JJ touchdown. You definitely gonna get some stickers off of it if you pancake the dude. Speaking of pancaking, Luke Montgomery continue to do what he does. Right. Shout out to Padilla, got the play today. We have I don't care. We have our right guard. Let him work it out. He's young. Let him work it out.
You say put Tegra and Ethan on the bench?
Like I think Ethan can play tackle, but he can't play guard. And I know Tegra can't play football. So if that's the case, like I'll put it this way. When Tegra's on the field, did you notice Tegra wasn't on the field if you had no idea who Padilla was? Would you have noticed the difference?
No, I did notice the difference because I noticed Tegra letting that dude come in on the goal line and attack CJ Donaldson, who can't even run. So yeah, I mean,
exactly.
It is what it is, man.
Like if you tell me that a younger player is playing better than him and he can still work the kinks out through the season, hey man, we're about to enter halfway through the season. We're just out. We're about to enter the middle of Big Ten play. Get him in now. Get him in now. Honestly, I'm fine with not rotating that spot anymore. Let Padilla have it. Shoot, man. Anything else before we go? I mean, the last thing I gotta talk about, I want to say, man, is if I was the Michigan State Spartans, I'll give Mel Tucker a call.
Yeah. Before I was about to say. Yeah, I agree with you there. They definitely should be giving that man a call. But yeah, I mean, shout out to the defense. Shout out to Matt Patricia, man. Just shout out to the Buckeyes as well. And also, I want to thank you all, man. We got about 300 people in here. I appreciate y'all. If you're watching on X, smash that retweet button. We appreciate that. Also, smash the like button. It helps drive the algorithm here. And then also check us out here on YouTube. Shout out to all of our YouTube people. And I got to give them a shout out, Garrison. All of our top fans, man. Shout out to Daniel Henry at number 1, Aaron at number 2, and the homie Jam at number 3. We got our guy Johnny, Team Up North Johnny in here at number 4, and we got Steven at 5. So again, The way that you get in those rankings is liking, share, and comment. The algorithm tracks all of that. So come on over here, hit that notification bell as well, so you know when we go live right after the post game.
Shoot, man. Anything else, my brother?
Nah, catch Garrison Monday and Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern time, and then catch me Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern time, man. So right here on this channel.
Well, you say yours?
Yeah. I said catch me Wednesday at 7:30.
I was like, what the heck? All right, man. Well, everybody, again, like Mike said, we thank you all for joining us here. And as always, OH.
IO.